From the 2024 Dodge Charger bringing EV innovation in a retro package, to BMW's long-awaited new class sedan, which needs just a minute to charge. Here's the most exciting car tech that's definitely worth the wait. First up, Dodge is looking to electrify its muscle car lineup with its 2024 Charger. If you need any more indication that 2024 will be the year of the EV, you've got it right here. Combining a classic muscle car aesthetic with Stellantis' revolutionary STLA large platform, the 2024 Charger isn't just a pretty face. Like, we're talking 500 miles of potential range here, and you'll get the sweet sound of a V8 Hellcat to boot. Now, the maximum range might do down a tad if you treat this car like a Hellcat, but the cutting-edge multi-speed transmission might make up for that. Sure, Dodge isn't the first company to move away from traditional direct drive with its EV, with Porsche doing something similar with the Taycan. But that's sure to make up for any range reduction, even at max speeds. Now the horsepower is a bit trickier to talk about, because apart from the rumored SRT Banshee label, there's not much else to say about the high-trim model. However, the basic 340 model offers a healthy 455 ponies, and the 440 takes it all the way up to 590. Given the SRT Banshee's impressive 800-volt architecture, I'm expecting Dodge to deliver the goods with the high-end trim's HP. Price estimates range from $50,000 for the 340 to $60,000 for the 440, and finally about $90,000 large for the SRT Banshee. Next up, Chevy's kicking things into high gear with the 2025 Corvette ZR1. The legendary American brand's been working overtime to get to Ferrari and Lamborghini's level, and they've already made great progress with the Z06. However, the ZR1's gonna take things to a whole other level, all while expanding on its predecessor's impressive features. For one thing, the Z06's naturally aspirated V8 managed an impressive 670 horsepower, but Chevy's tossing in a pair of turbochargers for the ZR1. That's gonna add at least another 100 to 150 ponies to this bad boy, inching Chevy closer to the coveted 1,000 horsepower mark. That's a lot of juice, so I'm expecting the ZR1 to touch 60 clicks in about 2.5 seconds, tops. Now, if you want to buy this car, you're looking at an easy $150,000 price tag. But just in case that's a bit too low end, the 2024 Cadillac Celestiq might be more your speed. Despite being the pinnacle of American automotive luxury, Caddy struggled to compete with its European contemporaries. The 2024 Celestiq might change all that, with the electric flagship offering customers the chance to customize each order. That said, the fundamentals are going to stay the same for each bespoke model. The sublime maneuverability that Caddy's known for will be on full display here thanks to the rear-wheel steering. But overall, the Celestiq is not meant to be a sports sedan. Caddy's opting for comfort over performance here, but you should still expect a solid 600 horsepower output to start off with. On the inside, we're going to get a whopping 55-inch screen as the dashboard, and the seats combine an Eames-like charm with plenty of modern color. Cadillac's clearly mixing in its most innovative tech features with the aesthetics we all know and love. And I personally can't wait to take this baby out for a spin come 2024. There's no official word yet on the price, but expect to pay upwards of $300,000 for one of these. And of course, any customizations are going to cost extra. Moving over to Europe, Alfa Romeo's putting out a 1,000 horsepower EV with the 2025 Giulia Quadrifoglio. Call it a sedan if you want, but the Quadrifoglio is basically a supercar, especially given how it'll have a 1,000 pony output come 2025. That's twice the HP you get with the current model, and it's apparently going to share a setup with Maserati's Gran Turismo Folgore. That means a trio of electric motors, along with superior control thanks to the innovative torque vectoring. As for the range, you're going to get to travel 435 miles before the battery runs out. But don't worry if you forgot to charge up before heading out. Just like the 2024 Dodge Charger, the Quadrifoglio is using an STLA platform. And with the insane 800-volt electrical architecture it provides, you should be able to get from 10% to 80% in under 18 minutes. Yup, it's going to take you less time to charge an Alfa Romeo than it does to charge your iPhone. Technology, man. Now, Alfa Romeo's not the only luxury European brand that's leveling up its tech. Bentley's starting off its second century of operations with the EXP100. And let me tell you, this beast of a car is gorgeous and powerful in equal parts, boasting a formidable BEV powertrain with 1,106 pound-feet of torque output. The EXP100 will be able to reach top speeds of 186 miles per hour, and you'll be able to maintain that for over 2 hours with a fully charged battery. That comes up to a max drive distance of about 435 miles. But while the EXP100 matches the Quadrifoglio's range, Bentley surpasses its Italian rival in the fast charging department. You'll be able to get to 80% in 15 minutes with this car, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I take it you've heard of autonomous driving? The EXP100 will have not one, not two, but 5 separate self-driving modes. They'll be powered by Bentley's proprietary AI, and perhaps the most exciting one of all is the Cocoon option. Like, have you ever seen those sci-fi movies set in the future where cars don't need windows because they drive themselves? That's exactly what Cocoon mode is going to do. The windows will turn opaque with ultra-clean air and artificial lights coming in to compensate. That sure sounds like the future to me. And Bentley's going to offer a premium interior for you to enjoy during Cocoon mode. Like, I'm talking copper-inlaid wood, classic leather, and even wool. In case you're wondering, all the materials are reclaimed and eco-friendly. Bentley is referring to this as sustainable innovation, and I fully support them on that front. However, the future won't come cheap. The EXP100 is going to set buyers back a cool $1.9 million. I guess that's no big deal if you have a few spare houses lying around. Up next, Acura's bringing the ZDX back as an EV. It's been a while since the ZDX has been on the market, but the version we're going to see in 2024 couldn't be any more different from older models. Taking some stylistic cues from the Precision EV concept, the ZDX will serve as Acura's first ever electric vehicle, and the luxury brand is offering plenty of tasty innovations to look forward to. Unfortunately, I don't have any powertrain or battery specs to offer, but what I do have are some truly unique driving settings. There are a couple different ones revealed so far, starting with the so-called instinctive mode. The cars of tomorrow are all about ambiance, and with this instinctive mode, the whole interior lighting is going to switch to red, looking more like a spaceship than a car cabin. On the other end of the spectrum, there's the spiritual lounge mode. This is for those of you that hate to drive, because it'll toggle the car's autonomous mode on, and the steering wheel will disappear from view. The presence of a steering wheel while a car drives itself can kind of kill the mood. So Acura's trying to give you that futuristic experience with spiritual lounge mode. Oh, and that name can be explained by how the lighting will change. You'll get a much calmer blue lighting palette with this mode, almost like you're underwater. Now, if you're worried that this is another million-dollar vehicle, I've got good news. Most experts agree that it'll be priced at around $60,000 or so, which makes it a solid option for us normies. Okay, last but not least, BMW's 2025 New Class sedan will charge in just 1 minute. If you thought Bentley and Alfa Romeo's fast charging was impressive, BMW is here to show us how it's really done. Granted, you'll only be able to travel about 30 miles with a minute's charge, but that's still enough to blow my mind. You'll be able to store anywhere from 75 to 150 kilowatt hours of electricity in this car's battery, which should take you over 600 miles from your starting point before you run out of juice. That's all thanks to the massively upgraded battery pack, which can store 30% more than current batteries. Apart from being energy efficient, this new battery also costs about half as much to manufacture, but that clearly doesn't come at the expense of performance. Another thing that impressed me about this car is that it avoids that whole cluttered cockpit vibe. Instead, you're going to get a bare-bones cockpit that'll help you keep your eyes on the road. Obvious bells and whistles aren't a market of innovation, and BMW clearly knows that, choosing to advance its tech in less visible ways. And there you have it. From the BMW New Class sedan's absurdly fast charging speed to Dodge launching its first ever electric muscle car. This was all the exciting car tech that is worth the wait.